All right, so you see the title of my video, How to Know That You Are a Lesbian. I'm going to give you one answer in this video today, but of course it's not the only answer. But if you're wondering if you are a lesbian, that's understandable. Don't feel bad about wondering if you're a lesbian. And the reason why is because we live in a society that pretty much from birth, if you are a woman, you've been taught that being a lesbian or being bisexual is an issue, it's a problem, it doesn't really exist, it's a phase. And so, because you've been bombarded with these messages, these false messages, by the way, you now question, do I really like women only, or am I straight? Because maybe you have dated men in your life, but you're not really sure you want to be with a man on a permanent, ongoing basis. But yet you think that if you're with a man, you won't have as many pressures and disadvantages in life as you would if you were a lesbian. Well, first I want to just say that you have to change your thinking, how you view being a lesbian. You have to start there. And it is mindset work, because you've been accustomed to hearing that you're heterosexual. You've learned the ways of being a heterosexual woman. You probably have heterosexual women in your family, maybe in your friendship circle, maybe where you work, where you go to church. Pretty much you are surrounded by heterosexual women. So it's kind of easy for you to play along and go along with the idea that you're heterosexual. So if people, for example, address you as being heterosexual, they don't have to say literally, oh, this is my friend, she's heterosexual, because they never do that. It's already assumed that you're heterosexual. But usually what people will do is they'll try to hook you up with their friend, their guy friend, and they're always trying to get you into a relationship with a man, pretty much. So that's how they position you as being a heterosexual woman. Now, of course, there are women who are more so what they call the traditional appearance of being a lesbian, like if you're more masculine presenting, tomboyish presenting, and they usually word more masculine presenting women as being studs. Generally, studs are referred to Black women, or if you are a non-Black woman, such as being Caucasian, or if you are Hispanic or Asian, they will, or even Indian, any non-Black woman, they will refer them to as being butch or tomboyish. But you can use the verbiage interchangeably. And in those scenarios, the women usually are thinking in their mind that, hey, you can tell I'm a lesbian, I'm gay. But I've actually, from the outside looking in, and even just coaching people and just listening to how they view things, how they perceive things, they pretty much at default always think that every woman is a heterosexual woman, even when you are masculine presenting. And here's the reason why. Because they don't really think about lesbians. They don't really think about our sexual orientation. That's just the honest truth. But many of them do know that you probably more than likely are a lesbian. And what they end up doing is they try to change your mind about being a lesbian, or they try to convince themselves that you're straight. So in their mind, they're hoping really hard that you are heterosexual. So they treat you like you're a heterosexual woman, even though you know you're not heterosexual, and even you present yourself as what they call the traditional lesbian woman because you're masculine presenting. But heterosexual people will still put you in the same bucket of being a heterosexual woman. So collectively, women who are lesbians, because we go through all of this weird interaction with people, it may cause you to question, are you really a lesbian? Or it may cause you to wonder, okay, I know that I'm a lesbian, but is it possible that I can live my life with a man? You may have wondered that, and that's completely expected because you're always taught or hearing that you should be with a man or that you need a man. So the thought may have crossed your mind that, can I fake being with a man? And I do mean you're really gonna fake it, because you know you don't like men like that. You don't want no man, you want a woman. So that's why I'm discussing this, because we need to think about what we go through. We need to process what we're thinking, what we're feeling as lesbians. So my answer in this video, and this is not the only answer, I have other videos here on my YouTube channel where you can check the archives and just listen to them, process the information so that it can help you determine, are you a lesbian? But in this video, I will say one reason or one way you know that you are a lesbian. And this is the answer. This is how you know. It's usually when someone presents the idea of marriage to you with a man, or you present the idea of marriage privately to yourself with a man, and you say to yourself the honest truth. Like you're not hiding, you're not pretending, you are real with yourself. Because if you're not real with yourself, then who can you be real with? You won't be real with anybody. You won't be real with anybody from the outside, and you won't be real with yourself on the inside. So be real with yourself. And there's going to be a time where you're going to be real with yourself. So now is the time to be real with yourself. And as a certified life coach, I actually uphold authenticity. You must be authentic in order to navigate this heteronormative society that we live in as same-sex attracted people. And by the way, my name is Giselle Wallace. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you here. And thank you to all of my existing subscribers. Thank you so much. So now, if I had a drum, I'd do a drum roll. You can do it for me. So, how to know that you are a lesbian? the question or the idea is presented to you, do you want to get married to a man? Answer that question to yourself. And if somebody asks you that question, answer them honestly. If you are not able to imagine spending the rest of your life, as they say in the marriage vows, till death do us part, this will be the only human being that you will ever be with for the remainder of your life, and you are a woman and you are getting married to a man, do you desire being married to a man for the rest of your life? If your answer is yes, then you are not a lesbian. If your answer is no, I do not want to marry a man for the rest of my life, then the next question should be, do you see yourself being in a committed relationship with a woman only? As you yourself being a woman, do you see yourself being married to a woman for the rest of your life? And you don't desire marriage with a man? If you said yes, then you are a lesbian. You see, another way to view this, ladies, is a man never crosses your mind. A man never crosses your mind when it comes to the idea of marriage, when it comes to the idea of dating, having a relationship romantically and or sexually, perpetually. A man never crosses your mind, but a woman does. You are a lesbian. Well, there you have my one answer for you today on how to know that you are a lesbian. If this message resonates with you, I'm very glad it does. Congratulations, you're a lesbian, just like me. Don't forget to subscribe. I am Giselle Wallace, lesbian life coach and author, and you have a rainbow day.